After releasing over 2,500 videos on this channel, that's 3 videos a week plus live streams, we've really gotten this habit down of producing videos consistently for YouTube to a system, to a workflow that I'm going to share with you in this video. There's absolutely no way we'd be able to do this and stay consistent on YouTube if we're scrambling last minute to throw up a video. And we really do use a batching system, which isn't necessarily new. You might have heard of it before, but in this video, I'm going to really walk you through every single step of that batching system so you can start to see how you can implement it and stay consistent on YouTube. Hey, it's Auret here from Essetino Media, and on this channel, we show you how to create profitable content. I've been helping business owners and entrepreneurs with YouTube strategy and YouTube marketing for years now. And I'll admit, it took me over 4 hours, or actually probably the whole day, if you add the other tasks in, to film one video, one YouTube video. But now it's like brushing teeth. And so we want to get you to that point of like, it's just so easy, things are flowing, and it's easy to schedule these videos out so that they can start working for you to help you grow. So this is the batching system that we use to really systemize our YouTube videos. And this is something that you can either do on your own, or if you have a team or you have one other person helping you in your business, you can start to delegate some of these tasks. And your goal will really be to just be the person who films while eventually your team takes care of the rest. And you really can get it to this point. So you can see here there are 4 steps to this batching system. There's the planning phase, the filming phase, the editing phase, and the scheduling phase. And each one of these is blocked in this way because it's a separate time to work on that particular task. So for example, I'll set one time block to plan all of my videos. I'll set another time block to film all of the videos. Another time block for editing, which I don't edit the videos, by the way. My business partner, Jewel, edits all of our videos on our YouTube channel. She absolutely loves video editing. It's not for me. And if it's not for you as well, you could totally outsource that part. And a separate time block as well for scheduling. So again, this is something that you can do. And scheduling, by the way, involves like putting the title, description, uploading the video, all that stuff, and scheduling it out to go on the channel. So that's either something you can do or outsource as well. So let me walk you through my workflow for each one of these steps. So let's first look at this batch planning stage. So I'll set time aside in my calendar. It's usually a Monday or a Friday because those days are usually where I like to create, and I just don't book any appointments on either of those days, any meetings. So on those days, I'll set aside a certain amount of time, usually an hour to start, but it might take a little bit longer if I'm planning out more videos. So the amount of videos that you're planning will determine how much of a time block you need. For me, it's 4 videos. I like to batch my production of my videos in groups of 4 because that's the sweet number. And for me, and for you, it might be you can do way more. You can film 6 at once. You can film 8 at once. But for me, I like to film usually about 4 in one sitting. How many ever you think you'll be able to film in one setting, that's how many you're going to plan for. So in that time block, let's say it's Mondays, at 12 p.m., I'm going to sit down and plan what are those 4 videos. I'll write down the topics or the ideas for them. The way that I even come up with these videos, by the way, is using our strategy framework, which I created a separate video talking specifically about an effective content strategy for YouTube, which I'll link to in the description below. But from there, I'll write down those 4 ideas and I'll start to plan out each one of them. So what does that look like? It's different for everyone. Some people need scripts and some people can just work off of an outline. For me, I use an outline. I used to do the full-on scripts, but now I just find it easier to just have bullet points or just kind of have topics to kind of riff off of, and that way it also comes across as more authentic when I'm filming. So in that planning stage, I'll write down a few bullet points for each one. And I'll show you an example right here. So I plan them out. Sometimes in my journal, I'll handwrite the topics out and create the bullet points like written. And sometimes I use Evernote. So you see here, this is a little note that I created called videos to film, and it's just like a really long note, or you can create one note per video. But I'll put the topic, and you'll see here, this is for this video, these are my bullet points. So I'll write a little blurb for an intro, and I'll have bullet points, and sometimes I'll indicate what the call to action is at the end of the video if it has a call to action. Like for this one here, refer to Infinite Content System, or Kajabi, call to action to contact me. So my notes are, very brief. And then for some videos where I really want to be clear about that topic, I'll write a little bit more. So you see here, this is more of a script, but it's kind of a script and a combination of bullet points. So I got ChatGPT to help me with some of this, and this is all in the planning stage, right? You can do it on your own. You can use ChatGPT, but for this video, I got ChatGPT to help off as a starting point, and then I used some of these as just bullet points to riff off of and speak in the video. So you got to find out what works for you. And if you haven't created your first video yet, I just recommend you focus on creating that first video so you can start to see what it's like to plan out that video and to film that video. And then you can really go into this batching stage. The next step is, okay, how many can I do at once? Set aside a certain time block in your calendar where you're going to batch plan the next set of videos for your YouTube channel. Write down the ideas, write down your bullet points or a script, or get ChatGPT to help and figure out what you're going to do differently from that script. And that's the first step. The second step is to set a separate time block in your calendar to film your videos. So today I set aside time to just batch film a bunch of videos. This is my third video in the batch, and today is Saturday. Usually Saturday mornings has been working recently, but before it was a weekday. Again, our calendars and our schedules change all the time, right? But it's really important to just look at the month ahead and commit to that date and time where you're going to batch film. Put it in your calendar already. You should be putting these two dates in your calendar right off the bat when you start to think about creating videos for your YouTube channel. What is that time block where you're going to plan? What is that time block where you're going to film? And where are you going to film as well? It's helpful to know that ahead of time so that when you go to film, you're just getting right into it. You want to think of all of the blocks that will happen beforehand that will stop you from actually batch filming. So one of those blocks is, I haven't prepared my notes. Well, if you did this batch plan session, then that would have taken care of that. You want to think about, again, where are you filming? So for me, there's two spots in my place where I film. It's either here on the couch or in the office. And it just depends on what I feel like, honestly. And I just move my laptop around. So I'm filming with my laptop. I have my HD webcam sitting on top, and I have this USB microphone, which is what I use. I'll put the equipment list that we use in the description below in case you're curious. And I connect everything together with this right here, this USB port, so that it just all connects in one. And I like that because it's portable. Maybe for you, it's tough to film at home or wherever your office is, and it's just best to actually have book a place, whether that's a hotel room or an Airbnb, to go and batch film those videos, which is totally fine. We used to do that as well. We still from time to time book our videographer and head out to an office to just batch film videos for the whole day. And I really like that because I don't have to worry about setting anything up. He takes care of setting up the DSLR camera, the lighting, the positioning, background, everything. And I just come ready with my notes to film. So again, you won't know what it's like until you actually get your hands dirty and start to film. So just try it out. Whatever you have access to right now, just work with that. Even if it's just filming with your phone, that's totally fine, because most of the time cameras nowadays on our phones are great, right? And if you find that that works for you, then you already have your system down. You can start to do that over and over again. But if you're finding it's still hard to get into that, or you're not really happy with the quality of the videos, then you can think about maybe other options with an HD webcam or a videographer, but you won't know until you throw yourself in the arena, so do it. Okay, the next piece to this is the batch editing. So once I've filmed all of my videos, so after today's filming session, what I'm going to do is upload all of my videos, my raw footage into a folder on Google Drive, where Jewel will then download all of those videos and she'll start to edit them for our channel. Again, you can outsource this. So we also actually train teams on our YouTube framework so that their companies can start to do really well with YouTube and actually see results from the videos. So what we did is we hired another video editor to help us with editing our clients' videos. And it's the same process. Our client uploads the raw footage to Google Drive. We pass that on to the video editor. He produces the edited videos. There might be a couple rounds of revisions, and then we show the finished product to the client to make sure they're happy. Now I can create a whole separate video on like editing tips and all that stuff. And honestly, that's not my strength. There are a ton of editing tutorials, video editing tutorials that Jewel has on this YouTube channel for you to dive into if you are wanting to do this yourself. We use a software called Camtasia. So if you have that software or you're looking to get it, then definitely make use of the video editing tutorials on this channel. But if you just don't want to deal with the video editing, start looking for a video editor to help you through this, because this, wherever there's a block, it's going to stop you from producing videos consistently on YouTube. So get through that, push through it. If you want a video editor, start putting a job posting up on Upwork, or there's a ton of sites out there where you can hire freelancers right now. I particularly like Upwork. I've been using it for years, so that's where I find my freelancers whenever I want to outsource a particular project. You can easily put a job post up there and freelancers will start to apply for your job posting, and from there you can vet them. You can look at the profile, you can look at their portfolio, their experience, have a little bit of a Q&A session with them, whether that's in person or through the chat. What I also like to do is give them a trial video to actually see, and I'll do a paid trial unless they offer to do it for free. This way, you're actually able to see their work clearly and get a feel for what it's like to work with them. And the final piece to this is the scheduling piece. So again, you're going to set aside a separate time block to schedule those videos. Now, what does that look like? What you need to schedule your videos is your final produced video, your final edited video. You need the YouTube thumbnail, and you need to know what the metadata will be. The metadata includes the title, the tags, the description. These are all of the things that you go and enter into the YouTube scheduler in order to schedule the video. And we do schedule our videos from within YouTube. I know some people use other platforms to schedule their social media content everywhere, like Hootsuite and that sort of thing, but we just use YouTube. We schedule it natively within the platform. So if you are the one who's going to be batch editing all of your videos, then the next step after this is to batch schedule your videos and work on the thumbnail and the title and all this stuff. If you are outsourcing the editing, the cool piece to this is that while they are working on editing your batch of videos, you can then work on getting all of the metadata and the thumbnails ready. This is also something, if you don't want to do, you can outsource it as well. There's many people on Upwork available to work on thumbnails and SEO for you. We actually, like I mentioned, we manage our clients' channels. What we do is we have a set of YouTube thumbnail templates that we just repurpose for our clients over and over again. And maybe a couple months later down the road, if we see that they're not really performing as well, we'll change up the templates, because we track everything, right, on our clients' channels to make sure they're growing every single month, or at least in 90-day periods, which is a better way to gauge results on your channel. And we teach a very specific 5-step SEO method, so search engine optimization method, that has to do with how to do the titles, description, all of this stuff. And if you're interested in learning that framework, I'll link down in the description below to our Profitable Channel program, which teaches you exactly what you need to do to optimize every single video for the search engines. And it also teaches you how to create thumbnails, eye-catching thumbnails that make people click. So that is our 4-step batch system for producing videos consistently on our YouTube channel. And remember to dive into the video description to check out some of those other resources I have for you, which will help you dive in deeper into each one of these steps here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.